Hello everyone, this is Noah, and I would like to talk a little bit today about head height changes in kata. So, a lot of modern traditional karate styles have this idea that your head height shouldn't change throughout the entirety of the kata. After the yoi position, whatever height you end up at in the first stance is the height you are maintaining throughout the entirety of the kata. To me, this is an entirely aesthetic modification to kata. I don't believe that they were intended to be all one head height. And the reason for this is that it doesn't make any sense from a fighting perspective. The techniques in the kata will sometimes require you to rise or to sink. So if you're maintaining a single height throughout the entire kata, you're never getting that feel of sinking and rising. It's just not there when you're maintaining one head height. And if you look at older styles and older kata, you will actually see that they're transitioning from higher stances to lower stances fairly often, and vice versa, from lower stances to higher stances. If you're doing that, you really can't maintain one head height. And that's okay. It doesn't have that aesthetic consistency that some people may like. But what it has is practicality. Anyone who's done any amount of fighting training can pretty easily tell you that there are techniques that you just have to sink into or that you just have to rise into. And that is going to be reflected in kata because the kata are comprised of fighting techniques. They aren't just, a presentation or a dance that we can tweak to make it look nicer. It's supposed to transmit fighting body mechanics. And if you start changing your transitions and your body movements like that, and you take out those rising and sinking motions, you've lost the body mechanics that you need for fighting. So it's important to look at your karate and how you do things and evaluate what you're doing it for. If you don't rise and sink in your kata, why? And if you do rise and sink in your kata, think of how that affects what you can do with those movements as far as an application goes. It's vastly different to do a technique straight in than it is to do a technique that sinks or that rises. So these are things that you can think about as you practice your kata and as you analyze them for application.